Tim's Start Deep Dive. Take it away. We've got Harry Grant, the wizard.
Harry Grant, do this dive each and every year because it is one of the most relevant conversations, and the fact that he just tonned up, had his biggest score of the season, couldn't have been more timely. People have flocked into him this week, 665K, so he's very affordable, break even of 46. How does he perform during the bye period? Because what is not a myth is that in recent years, always starts the season quite well. He's regressed this year, at least to start the season, finishes the season well, but during the bye period, does he play lesser minutes? Does his scores reduce? 4 games during the Origin period last season that he played, he had scores of 34, 123, 48 and 73. Rather than sort of average them out, I put them all there because it shows that the 130-23 sort of really is an outlier. 34 and a 48 there. Melbourne weren't flying at the time. They were going okay and sort of fighting for sort of top 8, top 4. So he averaged 77 minutes during that period. I don't believe that he will average the same minutes during this period because they're doing well and they've got more hooking options. I just think he'll still play good time, but not as high. In 2022, during the Origin period, he had a 5-game average of 58.8, so like well below what you want for a bloke whose chances of getting rested and lesser minutes. So I just think the fact that he'll miss games through Origin, he's a chance of getting rested. I don't think he's a buy.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Good hooking options, you said. What are we talking? Are we talking Bronson Garlic? Because Wishart's going to have to play in the halves.
They have hooking options.
What do you mean?
They've got people that can play there. Probably Garlic or something.
Yeah, well, it'll have to be Garlic because Wishart's going to be playing in the halves. Does Harry Grant being the Melbourne Storm captain, do you reckon that pushes him to play anymore? They're going to run with Ben Hunt. He's only going to play, I would say, maximum 55 minutes in Origin games if there's no injuries or anything. I'm not buying him or anything. I'm simply just playing devil's advocate. I can understand people's logic buying him. I think as well, I don't know, sometimes I feel like with Harry Grant when he plays 50 minutes, he can be more fucking damaging than 80.
I'll pay that.
Their pack's doing better than it has in probably 3 years, I would argue. Once again, not buying him, just playing devil's advocate. I can understand why people are doing it.
Yeah, no, very fair, mate. I can see, and it's a good way to put it. Like, I don't think it's a bad buy by any means, but I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm not doing it either. Yeah,
I look at all the options that people have at hooker. It's like Reece Robson's ticking along fine.
Yeah,
Harry for starters hasn't been that great, but Api Coruscant, who a week ago were like a 3-round average of 36, went big on the weekend, got the goal kicking back, could miss Origin, plays around 16 and 19. Like, he's a hold.
Yep.
Jaden Brayley, he's back to his 80-minute role by the looks of it. Hopefully, like, he's a hold and has good coverage early through Origin period. I'm just like, who would people be moving to him? Like, if you've got like a Joey Lussick there still, maybe you could flip him to him. But yeah, but it's a good point on captaincy, players out injured in the spine. Maybe he does play decent minutes, but yeah, I wouldn't be buying him.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Gerringong Lion, Tyran Wishart, who's one that I am kind of looking at this week. I haven't really said it yet, but my trades are in absolute fucking disarray. I think I'm just going to sit on my hands for the next few weeks. Wishart is one that I did have a little sneaky peek at. Talk to me.
This one came onto my radar on Friday in the Uber from the airport. And did I dribble in your ear about Wishart all over the weekend?
Yeah, I think you did at some point. Yeah. And I'm a sucker for Tyran Wishart. I'm a fucking sucker for him.
I'm very keen to get your thoughts here because Wishart's someone I'm keen on this week. But it's one that I like, but I do want reinforcement. So here we go, Roo. Owned by 3.5% of the top 10% of overall ranked super coaches. Munster out long term. Would you agree locked into that 5'8" spot?
Yes.
There's no one else, eh?
It's Peasant's injured. Yeah. There's literally no one else. I actually think he's a better ball player than Peasant too. But anyway. Yep.
He's 381K, break even of -7. He's dual 5'8" halfback. Who else is dual 5'8" halfback, Roo? Highly owned.
Yeah, not many.
Dill Brown.
Oh, yeah, Dill Bags. Yep.
So the ability to interchange those two between the halves with dual positioning, lit. 5 80-minute games in the halves across the last 2 years. The big one I want to take note of here is his base in the halves. So last week against the Eels, only scored 40, 26 in base. Okay, not his best outing, but a lot
Which
of
still
points.
for a halfback, 26.
Yeah.
I'll take that because I know it gets better.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me more.
Oh, round 10, just a fortnight ago against the Sharks. A game they lost. 85 points, 38 in base.
38. It can't get better than that.
Oh, but it
You
does.
can't do better than that, T-Rex.
Have you in my article?
No, I'm just looking at the stats. Go.
Round 3 versus the Knights. 84 points with 41 in base.
Stop the fight.
But it's only happened this year. Like, it can't have happened yet. Or has it? 2023, 2 games, 80 minutes in the halves. Round 27 against the Broncos. This was the game where, to be fair, both teams mass rested. 78 points, 40 in base.
Wow.
Round 2 last year against the Bulldogs. Just the 40 points, but 30 in base. You add on top of that the power on top of his base. He bust tackles, he runs, he's in a gun storm team. I'm tempted.
Yeah, I'm very tempted. I really wish he was playing round 13.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I don't love.
The only thing is, like,
That's not I'm pretty good for round 13, so that's not a deciding
I understand.
factor.
I don't really care about round 13. Like, I'm actually set up well for round 16 too. And look, by coverage wise, it's not the best. Like, I wish he was playing round 19.
Yep.
But I just think he's a very playable bloke that, like, if I were to go Nathan Cleary to him, I can free up a ton of money for a big trade elsewhere. I'm happy to play him each week, and I think there's scoring upside.
Let me ask you this. I am tossing up this week as my only trade going Nathan Cleary to someone to free up some cash. I am looking at Wishart at, what was it, 380K?
Yep.
The other option I'm looking at is Jack Cole. Now, Jack Cole, I'm just having a look. It looks like Bradley Schneider is expected to miss another 4 weeks. What are your thoughts there? Jack Cole, not as playable in my opinion, but not a train wreck.
But he's also, like, he's the starting, I don't know if you're named at 6 or 7, but starting halves,
Regardless, yeah.
doesn't matter, for the best team in the competition, like at 209K. Like, it has the potential to be a masterstroke. Like, you've seen more of Jack Cole than I have.
I really like him.
Yeah. And he's a ball running 5'8", hey?
Yes, yeah.
That's what you want. Like, he's going to get opportunities behind this pack. Covers round, again, it's a terrible buy period schedule in terms of he covers 13. When I say don't really need it, it's still very handy, but it's not the one we need.
Yeah.
It has the buy in around 16 and 19. He won't help you there. But at that price, mate, I like it. If Schneider's gone for a month plus.
Wishart, Cole.
I like Wishart. Yeah, I like Wishart, but like 180K is a lot of money.
A lot of biggie.
Yeah.
Oh, decisions to be made. Wish I had 30 trades.
Is there a world where Wishart ends up on the bench anytime soon? So, like, I'm probably sure it probably won't happen, but if Farlogo comes out and kills it this week against Manly, come to round 14, 15, Pappenhausen comes back, could Pappy come back via the halves with Munster out? Do you think?
I hate this suggestion.
Yeah.
I don't get it from people. I don't think so, no. I think Wishy is locked into that halves role, personally.
Okay, sweet. I agree,
Yeah.
but I was just checking
Yeah.
it.
I think Wishart's pretty safe, in my opinion. All right. Izack Tago, right centre. Penrith Panthers. No Nathan Cleary. Talk to me.
Izack Tago is a bloke there who has one of the best base in the game for a CT dub, in the best team in the competition. He busts tackles, he offloads, he does everything. He scores tries. I'm like, why does he not average 75, 80? Why is he not among the elite CT dubs?
The more you look at Izack Tago, the less you find out. It's bizarre.
I can't put my finger on it, and let us know in the comments, but please let us know why. So I've just gone through his numbers in recent years because he becomes relevant now. He's one that I was sort of eyeing off as a potential little pod for round 13 and through the bye period because he has bottomed out in price, well, not quite, break even at 96, but going to be very cheap again next week. He's averaging 34 in base. He scored 30 plus in base in all bar one game this season. That was a sin binning against the Rabbitohs a couple of weeks ago. This season he scored 5 tries, 10 line breaks, 41 tackle breaks, but he's averaging 60 points. You take out his 145 against the Eels. That was the game where there was an injury early on at centre, and I think he had Kelmwood to a lungy or something move. Yep. So scored 145. You take that out, he's averaging 52.5. His other ton was the week after when the Broncos had an injury. Same thing happened. 14 games last season, he averaged 68.4. Like, that's good scoring, don't get me wrong. But in 14 games, he had 10 tries, 5 try assists, 52 tackle breaks, 36 in base. He still only averaged 68. I'm like, why is he not an 75, 80 averaging centre?
And it's even more bizarre when you think about the way the Panthers play. Like, the left centre never gets the ball.
No,
the ball's seemingly always going to the right. It's bizarre. Yeah, he's a bit of as you all know, I fucking love Izack Tago. But he's a bit of an enigma when it comes to Supercoach. Like, even in my draft comp, he gets picked up really early each season. Everyone loses their mind. I'm like, fuck, there's going to be headaches around that dude, man. There always he's a little bit frustrating Supercoach-wise. And there will be times where you pick him up and you absolutely nail it and he's going to fly. But I don't know, he's sort of just on my too hard basket list.
Yeah, he has his runs and we'll have times where he'll go ton.
Yeah.
And everyone will flock to him. And then he'll go 40-40.
Yeah.
With 45 in base.
Talk to me about Cody Walker, mate. Playing halfback this week. As you said earlier, Jackie Boy White, you'd assume that he plays left. I think Cody will play right. I think he'll play both sides of the ruck. My worry is that the left side's obviously going to be their strike side. You got Jack down there. You've also got Latrell, who just steals everyone's points on the left-hand side. I can't deal with Cody. He'd be my origin 5'8", and this injury to Connor Watson might end up forcing Burton to the 14 potentially as well, which could get Cody in there. Burton could play centre. Cody could play 5'8". There's just it's a hard pass from me. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, first things first, wait till next week because of origin selections and see what happens there, which is hard because with the matchup against the Eels at the moment, it's, in Indigenous round, as you mentioned, he could go big.
Yeah.
Season high 99 last week. Caught the eye of a lot.
Yeah.
He's only averaging 54. Pretty ordinary year. And
what did he score last week? Sorry,
99.
Yeah.
If you're a sucker for Izack Tago, I'm a sucker for Cody Walker.
Yeah.
Went through his stats. His last 5 games, he's had 7 try assists, 7 line break assists, and a try for a 59-point average. Yeah.
That's a lot for a little.
And then you add in a Bunnies team that are in a shambles.
Yeah.
Look, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he comes out and goes ton because Cody Walker's a gun. But looking at numbers and just not even the eye test on Cody because he's been all right, but the Bunnies themselves, it's hard to go near.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, hard pass from me. Last man on our list, the great and powerful Lachlan Galvin, who I keep looking at my Supercoach side. Every time I see him, I go, oh, you're still here. Happy to have you, but 5'8" just sucks. 5'8" just sucks so much that I'm happy just to run with Galvin at the moment. Talk to me.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this is about, mate. So Lachlan Galvin, we've spoken about the halves and how halfback and 5'8" have been just an awful position this year. In particular, 5'8".
Yeah.
Halfback's had its moments. We've got this 18-year-old in one of the worst teams in the competition just plugging away doing a job. And I'm the same. All season I've been like, I'll upgrade Galvin at some point before the buys once he peaks in price and I'll find the bloke. At no point have I gotten to a week where I've gone, do I make the Galvin move? So he has terrific buy coverage, plays round 16 and 19, the 2 hardest buy rounds. He scored 45 plus in all games bar one. What game do you reckon that one was, Roo?
I'm going to say the Penrith Panthers.
Correct. 35.
Bang, money.
35 against the Panthers, which even that, like 35 against the Panthers, you take that.
It's a good knock, yeah.
Basing 31. So, mate, he's averaging 57 with no tries and only 4 try assists. Now, as an 18-year-old, I don't sit here and go, more tries are going to come, heaps more try assists are going to come, but they're not going to get any less, put it that way. I think he's a hold through to around 20.
Yeah, what does he plays 16 and 19. You know what else I like about him, mate, and you'll be able to talk more about it, but I'm looking forward to seeing him back with Aiden Caesar too.
Yeah.
I think that'll help him
sure.
massively. Because then very similar to when Jack played his best footy this season. It'll just be run.
Yeah.
If round 13 isn't a drama for you, which I imagine for most of you it isn't, I can see myself holding Galvin through to 19 plus.
And it's like, who in the world are you trading Galvin to at 5'8"?
Yeah. No, thank you. The other beauty of him is that he is absolutely no threat whatsoever, an origin pick.
No.
Out of the blue, he's safe as houses.
And
I like it.
And he's very playable in 17s, which you think he's not. Then you're like I had to play him last week with a few outs. He scored 79 or something.
He doesn't disappoint.
No.
Yeah, back it.